to the metal when go. Put the pedal to the metal when go. Put the pedal to the metal when go. Put the pedal to the metal when go.
All right, what is going on, guys? I can't hear myself, and that's going to be a problem because I'm wearing these big, bulky headphones that I usually don't use for doing the shows because I can't hear myself in them, and that's a problem. But, guys, it is Saturday night. It's time for the middle rope here on the ropes and the channel. And, of course, we have the king. I'm gonna reference you now as the king of news and rumors.
What? No, I am not anywhere close to being the king.
The prince of news and rumors?
Lower.
What's lower than Prince? The Earl of News and Rumors?
The jester. The jester
of News and Rumors?
I'll take that. The jester. Because everything I do is comical.
Yes. All right. The jester of News and Rumors. Connor, a.k.a.
Oh, Gabe.
Of course. We kind of decided that we're going to do something on Saturdays now because it's fun and we enjoy talking to each other. So that's the thing. And if you don't like it, you know what happens to people? Connor, do you know what happens to people that don't like it?
No.
Do you know what happens?
No.
They get put on the list. Damn list. But
I'm surprised he didn't make that thing like a scroll. Like
dude,
an
you know what the most
medieval
disappointing thing about the list was?
What? You didn't make the list?
No, well, I think I did make the list because I was in. Oh no, that's right. I didn't make the list because Milwaukee is not a good place, so Milwaukee doesn't deserve the list. I forgot about that because when he came to Milwaukee, he's like, "You're not good enough for the list."
Yeah, he did the same thing in a live show in Boston. He was like,
"Yeah, it was in a live show."
Oh, so great. He's like, you know what happens, Boston? Huh? You know what happens? He goes, you want me to put you on the list, you bunch of stupid idiots? It was great. Like,
it sounds like
the
same. We went to the same live show, just in two different states.
No, we couldn't have. Wait, what was the card?
Oh man, there was like a 6-man tag in the beginning.
Well, we had we had a triple threat for the Raw tag titles.
We did not. We had the club go up against New Day for the tag titles.
We had Club, New Day, and Cesaro, as they're calling themselves now. I can't believe they're doing that.
I think Sheamus was hurt or off doing something else, so it was Cesaro versus Jericho. He actually he brought in a cardboard cutout of Sheamus as his partner.
Oh my god, that's clever. That's clever. Yeah, I love that idea.
He had a cardboard cutout of Sheamus, and he he hurled it to the ring. So you know the whole thing where they did the cheers and then the boos. Yeah. He would hold up the Sheamus cutout, and everyone boo.
That's awesome.
And then he'd drop it. Everybody, yay!
That's hilarious.
And I can't remember. Roman Reigns had the U.S. title at the time, and I can't remember who he went up against.
Yeah, we had Kevin Owens as the Universal Champion. This was in December, so this was Kevin Owens against.
And I saw mine in October, last year.
Hell? Oh, that's right. Roman was the U.S. champ. Wait.
Yeah, he was the U.S. champ.
Yeah.
I forget who he went up against. I have pictures. You guys can go on my Instagram and find my pictures if you so desire. I just posted all of them. So you guys can go over there and figure that whole thing out. I don't remember who Roman Reigns went up against, but I remember it was a triple threat. I think it was Sami Zayn, Seth Rollins, and Kevin Owens for the Universal title.
Oh, hot damn.
Yeah, so it was pretty good. There's a channel that's run by a bunch of guys I'm friends with, and they get 200 subscribers. And if they get 200 subscribers by 10 o'clock, they have 2 of their guys go through a table live at a bar. Ouch.
Damn.
That's going to hurt.
Hold on, Wook. I got to hop off for just 1 second. I will be right back.
Yeah, not a problem. That's going to hurt, Noah. That's no gimmick table either. And those aren't those flimsy-ass... Yeah, those aren't those flimsy-ass things, but... Real quick, while we have Connor gone, real quick in the chat, hello to Noah. Hello to Jesus. Hello to fucking Pete Dunn. Hello to, who else we got in here? I missed somebody. Did I say Kurt? I hope I said Kurt. Hopefully I did. I know we're not supposed to self-promote or anything, but could you guys do me a big favor and sub to them? They're called Marked Out Wrestling. Well, let's go see if we can't find Marked Out Wrestling. Let's go to the YouTube. If I can find Marked Out Wrestling, maybe I'll do them. Maybe I'll do them a solid here and find them. They need 17 more subs to have Steve go through a table. I'm sorry, we're just looking for Marked Out Wrestling.
I saw the channel thing here so we're
Marked Out Pro Wrestling Podcast.
What is it?
I'm guessing that's here. I'll send you. Oh, that's a thing that just happened. Here, I'll send you the link in the chat because I got my screen up for them, so I'll send you the link so you can hit it up right away.
I love how it's telling you, hey, you currently are live streaming right now, like on your feed, and like that.
Yeah, I had the feed up, and then I put my I switched cameras to go to the. I switched cameras. Oh, and guess what? I didn't put the chat. I didn't put the chat in the actual thing either, so you guys aren't seeing any of the chat. My bad, dudes. I'm not paying attention, but I've heard. I want to say I've heard of these guys before.
I feel like I've heard too. Hold on one second. Let me see if I can get this.
There we go. You guys should be able to see it now. Oh, it's a little too small. Is it a little too small? Yeah, it's just a. Yeah, it should be good from there. So, did you find them? I don't recognize anybody that's on there, but I definitely want to say I've heard of these guys. Adam Pacitti. So they've had some interviews. Do they do is it? Well, no. Explain to me. By 10 p.m. is what time zone is that though? Because
all right, there we go. And subbed.
Yeah, I'll give him a quick sub. I mean, it's only the two of us.
Yeah,
but
two's better than nothing, right?
Two's better than nothing. I would like a link to somebody going live through a table, though.
Yes.
If this does happen. I require links. I require all the links. You guys know where to find me on Twitter. But you said you had a fun story to tell me.
Yeah, so we were talking about Aleister Black before we got on the air, about he's probably not going to be in NXT for very long. I got a video coming up about it tomorrow. And I don't know why, but you ever get into those like nostalgia trips where like you remember a song or a show or something from like back in like the good old days, and
Sure.
you play it like, frantically?
Yeah, absolutely.
One of my friends used to play, and the reason I remember this is because Aleister Black is from Amsterdam, so he's Dutch. And there's this metal band called, I believe it's called Rammstein. You might have heard of them.
Rammstein.
Yeah, and it's just it's so much fun.
Du hast.
It's so awesome.
Du hast me.
It's so great to just hear like the Dutch or or what sounds like German with the heavy metal. Bitte Steinbuch.
Right.
So I was blasting that on my way to work, and nobody at my work listens to the same stuff I do, and they're like, "What were you listening to?" I'm like, Rammstein.
Who is that?
Yeah, it was just funny, like. It's so different. Like the one's like, oh, I listen to like folk. I listen to country. It's like,
yeah. It sounds like you have fucking devil chanting coming from
it really
your car.
does. Like it's and the funny thing is like it's not bad lyrics. Like I looked at the English like translation. It's not like that bad. It's just really funny. And just I don't know. I just thought that was really funny how you just hear like, and it's funny because the song I was listening to starts off like dun 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 fine.
Good old Rammstein. That's what brought you to Aleister Black, huh? I guess his music is a little Rammsteinish. I guess.
Well, no, it wasn't that. That just reminded me of the funny story, but.
Oh.
But in general, for some reason it popped in my head because my friend used to play it. My friend used to play it all the time. It was just really, I just thought it's always funny when I hear like the Book 90. Like, I don't know, it's just really funny to me. But Adam Cole, baby. Oh yeah, we can talk about that.
I was gonna say we got a good segue in the chat. We got Adam Cole.
Yeah.
So if you guys watched War of the Worlds last night, which I have not watched the full thing, but I have watched. I have at least seen the clip that we're about to speak about.
So good.
Which would be Martin Scurll. I don't want to say he kicked them out, but we had a little fun thing from the leader of the Bullet Club, obviously Kenny Omega, in the beginning. And he goes into there's got to be heroes and villains, which was kind of were you confused or did you were like, oh, here it
No,
comes?
that was a red flag. Like, okay.
I was wondering. I'm like, is this it?
Yep.
I was like, well, I was confused, I guess, at the point of like, this is it, right? Like, this is when it happens, and then it did. So yeah, they get. He comes out with the umbrella. Marty Skrull comes out with the umbrella, unfolds it, or I don't know, opens it. I guess you could say, right? Opens the umbrella, and it says Bullet Club. And then he gets super kick partied. And that was the end of Adam Cole. He's now kicked from the Bullet Club.
Marty Skrull's in, Adam Cole's out.
Adam Cole's out, which what happens to people when they leave the Bullet Club? Do you know what happens, Connor? What to people when they leave the Bullet Club?
They move to Florida?
They normally move to Florida. Yeah. they normally join a little group called NXT. You might have heard of them. They may have picked up a fan or two along the way.
I've heard some rumblings on the interwebs. We go to old dial-up AOL modem.
So now this is like, man, do I want to go? Is he going to be at Chicago?
That was the heavily implied rumor for like the last couple of weeks because he was his contract expired last week.
Yes.
With ROH, so he was not under contract with them going into the show, and I think that out of respect and business that he signed an extension and just to kind of go up to this point. I think this is it, and I mean, great way to go.
Yeah, I mean, we kind of knew, did we not know? Us who are in the dirt sheets on a pretty normal basis,
yeah,
kind of had that feeling.
Yeah, I mean, I did a video about it like I think a week ago, and it was one of those things where like he was on like when I say everyone wants to sign him, everyone wants to sign.
Everyone was after,
and realistically, I'm not surprised he left Ring of Honor, and it's not a matter of like money or anything. It's just that guys has already won the championship, not really much else to do. You know what I mean? There's not much really else for him to do in Ring of Honor. I do not see him going to Impact Wrestling. No way in hell. I definitely see him going to WWE.
Yeah, I would have to agree wholeheartedly with you, just due to the fact of, I don't know, do you want to go to Impact Wrestling? If you had your choice?
That's actually, honestly, and this is going to be kind of a joke, and I'm sure people are going to roll their eyes. Tough call. Because for all the crap Impact's gotten in the last year, and is currently getting in some regards, it's exposure. And they're in a stage right now where they're just trying to like rebuild.
Right.
That being said, though,
see, the only reason I can say like, yes, I'm going to NXT, or I'm sorry, to Impact would be to plant my flag. You know what I mean? Like if I really thought I could be the one who is going to bring that brand to prominence. Does that make sense?
Yes. No, it does. I mean, no one wrestler could do that. No one wrestler could save Impact Wrestling. There's no one wrestler that
I disagree with that.
Really?
I think there is one wrestler who could pretty much save Impact Wrestling.
I think I know who you're going to say, but go ahead.
CM Punk.
Yeah, that's what I thought you were going to say.
I think he could wholeheartedly save Impact Wrestling. I know it's crazy to say, but he has such a damn following. Even today, people clamor for CM Punk. Just clamor for the guy.
Okay. I mean, I could... I don't know. It's hard for me to kind of wrap my head around it. But here's the thing. I still think not one wrestler could save a territory company, whatever. What you have to do is you have to maximize that audience you're bringing in. You have to optimize on it. So just because it's one thing to get an audience, and it's another thing to keep them.
Sure, and the one thing I would say is he would give them a boost for a while. Sure, correct. Bad booking is going to be bad booking. You can't change that. But for the time being, right now, with kind of where they are, I could see CM Punk bringing them back levels within 2, 3, maybe 4 months.
Yes,
to where they were at 2 or 3 years ago.
Right. I could agree with that, definitely.
So it
But I
would
just
be a
don't.
good push to get eyes back on the product.
Absolutely. No, absolutely. I just don't think that, like I said, one person could solely save the company. Do I think he could push in the right direction? Absolutely, 100% agree with that.
I think he could, right, like you said, push it in the right. Maybe he doesn't save the company, but like you said, he pushes them in the right direction. Maybe with just CM Punk being on there, they get a new deal, with get out of the shitty pop deal that they're in right now.
Yeah.
You know,
I think there's a real possibility he would go to Impact, to be honest with you.
I would wholeheartedly agree with you because, Lord knows he doesn't want to touch Vince.
I think that, yeah, I think that the whole WWE experience soured him, and I think that with Impact, but I think getting out of Pop would be the huge. But the question is, where would they go?
Ooh. Well, you
Right?
have new management in there now, so you have new opportunities. Dixie's gone. Let's face it, and Dixie was not good for that company.
No.
Obviously.
Right.
But with her being gone now,
Yep.
I think definitely it's going to go in the correct direction. And you've seen bits of it. They've put things in, and it's like, ooh, that failed miserably.
I said this on my last Impact review that you're starting to see a much more permanent, like the funneling of the old crap from TNA into the new Impact Wrestling. I felt like you really felt it this past Thursday.
Yeah.
Like you could actually really get behind of like, okay, this is a different company. Like before, it was like you're still kind of, and there's still trails and remnants of the old stuff in terms of not just the championships, but like storylines and stuff. But there was a lot of stuff that they did this past Thursday that I feel are really like they're just kind of funneling it in the right direction. I'm really curious to see some of the stuff they're gonna do. Like I'm legitimately like I'm basically giving Impact until Slammiversary, and I'm curious how that card's gonna look, especially with the Global Force titles involved.
I'm interested too. The only thing, like I think I've told you before about the Global Force titles, is stop treating the Global Force titles like they're the Money in the Bank briefcase.
They don't know how to treat them, and that was my biggest gripe about last week was that you have Lashley who said, "Oh, let him fight for the Global Force Global Championship because that's fucking different." Let him fight over that because that's a title that's attainable. And then you're right. You had Magnus like shouting like, "This is my
golden ticket to the Impact title." I almost want to say like, drop the Impact. I think the biggest swerve that Impact could do right now is let Global Force win. Who would see that coming?
Well, no one, but problem is that I don't think anyone would appreciate it. But
nobody would appreciate it. But when you say Impact Wrestling, do you really hear wrestling company?
No.
When you hear Global Force Wrestling, now take everything you and I know because you and I know far too much. One of the days the wrestling men in black are going to come and erase our memories. But until that point, if you were just casual dude on the street walking down, hey, I like wrestling, Impact Wrestling, are you going to turn that on?
Probably not.
Global Force Wrestling, GFW.
Yep.
That sounds like a wrestling company, right? That sounds like the wrestling companies I remember.
Sounds like it has more promise. Well, it does have a territorial name to it. I'll give it that. Oh, not territorial in a negative sense, but it does have like a territorial name to it, I think.
Right.
As long as you don't buy any gold bars.
Yeah.
So,
I still laugh at that damn scheme. For those of you who don't know what he's referring to, for whatever reason, Jeff Jarrett decided he was going to do some Ponzi scheme with gold bars. I didn't really understand how it worked. Like you watched a video to watch another video to watch another video to watch another video.
It was an investment. It was a poor investment. The thing, though, is like, on top of that, and then you have LAX who are the tag team champions, and they're saying, oh, yeah, we're going to fight for the Global Force titles, by the way, too. Like, okay, so you have two people who are saying that the World Championship or the Global title doesn't mean shit, and then you have the tag team titles that are apparently worth a damn for a tournament. So backwards.
Right.
And then what they did with Sienna, I felt, and the women's championship for Global Force was bull. They basically introduce, I can't remember her name, the women's champion. She has one title defense, then Sienna comes in and just mops the floor with her and wins the championship.
Right.
It's like what? I mean, granted, this is not an invasion. I understand that, but like, just you have to, they have to make it so that we care. And
See,
it
I almost
looks
think
like
they
don't
should
care.
do it as an invasion.
Yeah, but look how well that went. And the
I
problem
know,
is
but the thing is, then you can steamroll that into, yep, today it was Global Force. Tomorrow, I'm coming for Vince. Whether that works out well or not, I don't know. But
no, I know, but you'd have to draw the lines in the sand pretty early, and you'd have to make it pretty clear. And the problem is that a lot of these guys have worked for Impact, so it gets really blurry and just I don't know. I'm just saying the titles should matter more.
I completely agree with you. I don't like the way they treat
Get rid of the
GF.
Grand Championship.
I hate the Grand. Can we just get rid of it?
I mean, I'm fine with keeping it as a mid-card title. Just get rid of the fucking rounds.
Get rid of the rounds. I don't even like the name Grand Champion.
I've heard worse.
Well, I've heard worse too, but the problem is now it's confusing. Well, what's more important? The heavyweight championship?
No, it's still a world title.
I'm sorry.
Technically,
the world championship? Because to me, Grand it would be better than world. I'm the Grand Champion, motherfucker. Grand, like that's got to be one step above world.
Possibly.
And that's just how I look at it.
Speaking of championships, and we're going back and forth a little bit here, but the New Japan.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
that's a sexy belt too, isn't it?
That is a belt that I need to be sitting down for. That is a sexy championship. For those of you who missed it, War of the Worlds, New Japan debuted a New Japan Pro Wrestling United States Championship. Looks sexy.
It is a good-looking belt. I will put the link in the chat for you guys if you're interested in opening a new browser and checking on it. All New Japan belts always look good. I haven't seen a crummy one. Have you?
No, and I'm very curious how this is going to go down. So I don't know if it means that.
Well, I think the reason it's being introduced is because, and I think it'll probably, I'm putting air quotes. I pulled
up the tab of it. I'm just looking at the belt now,
and I'm
so.
Yeah, it's a good looking belt, but I'm putting up quotes right now. I think it will probably be finished when they finish their G1 Climax tournament here.
Right.
Which is when they'll probably crown whoever is the United States champion. Which, who knows?
I wonder what the purpose of it is going to be. Just have like a U.S. ambassador in the States for New Japan.
Well,
you have a lot of crossover already now. So I'm curious what the role of the title is going to be. You know what I mean?
As of right now, I don't know, and I think so because from what I understand and what I've read and all that other stuff.
Yep.
What is his name? Who is the New Japan, big dude? What's his name?
Inoki?
Yes, thank you, Inoki. I was like totally blanking on it.
That's all right.
He is looking to pretty much come to the U.S.
No, I know that they're slowly making their moves over here. I understand that, but I don't know how soon it's going to be. I mean, obviously they're.
This is going to be slow.
Oh, of course, yeah.
But
I mean, it's
from everything I understand, he fucking hates Vince.
Yeah.
Cannot stand Vince. And I get his
why?
gripe.
They had a business relationship in the past, and it completely crumbled.
Well, not only did it crumble, now look what he's fucking taking all his talent.
Well, I was gonna say that too. He took 4 of their top talent away, and just like
last year. Just last year alone, he took he took Gallows and Anderson, Nakamura and AJ.
Styles.
Just gone.
Yep.
Gone.
Yep. Yeah. It's gonna be. I mean, honestly, if we're gonna see a resurgence of the Monday Night War or something close to it, Japan's the only ones that have the resources and the history to back it up. Now, if
not only the resources and history, the talent.
Well, that too.
If you guys haven't seen Okada, go Google it. Just go put it in your YouTube machine. I'm sure Okada versus Omega is now out there. I'm sure you can find it somewhere.
Fucking what do you call it? Omega Okada from Wrestle Kingdom was regarded as So
the 6-star classic.
That's a way to do it. So I mean, if they know how to mainstream platform their stuff for an American audience, you're there's a chance right there.
There's a company that can probably go head to
Yeah.
head with
But they
WWE.
need to know how to mainstream to a national audience in America, which they're smart in taking their time.
I was gonna say, I think that's what the whole like, hey, we're coming in with what is it? I don't even remember what round it is for the G1, but we're coming in with the G1 for like a couple of weeks, and I think that's what they're testing it on.
Probably. I'm sorry, I can't get over that belt.
It is a good looking belt. There's no doubt about it. That is a New Japan doesn't go to the Costco of belts like WWE. When they make a belt, they make a belt. Like, that it means, it looks.
I didn't even see this. I don't know if you see this, but I'm looking at the championship. I'm looking at the guy holding the belt.
Hold on 1 second. We got a call coming in. I'm hoping. Oh, I just lost Connor. Or did I lose Connor? Hold on. Let me see if I can blend you two in. There we go. Oh, and I lost you. I am sorry, 406. I lost you, I guess.
Damn.
And then I lost Connor. I hit the wrong button. My apologies. I'm back with you now. But 406, give us a jingle back if you can. My apologies. Wrong button, my man. My bad. I didn't know. All of a sudden, I see it on my screen, and I'm like, "What the hell is going on?" And I'm like, "Oh, that's right. We're doing a call-in show." Shit. And I hit the wrong button. I should have merged the calls instead of.
There's a number up there. Fuck.
Yeah. I was like, who is this?
I was just looking at the belt, and I didn't know this, but do you see you've seen the belt, right?
Oh yeah.
So above the IWGP initials, above it is a silver, like I thought it was just like a button or something. It's the logo.
Let me zoom in here.
Like the tiger.
All right, I'm gonna put this on the screen for you guys. Ooh, that's a lot of zooming. I'm gonna put this on the screen for you guys real quick. If you can see it, there's the belt. It is a good looking belt. I mean, there's no doubt about it. Let me get it on the screen more for you guys. Good look. Yeah, it is. All right, here we go. All right, add to group call. Hit the correct button. I added him to the group call. There he is. 406, how you doing, my man? 406, you're on. 406, hello.
Nope.
Not
no
there.
Go.
All right, no go. I guess not.
All right, so you have the belt pulled up. So above where it says IWGP, you see there's like the silver circle?
Yes, I do see the logo.
Yeah,
it's right
here. That just makes it all that much better.
I mean, this looks nice. It's not overwhelming like the current rendition of the U.S. flag. You got this over here, which is, I mean, it's nice. I don't think it needed it. I think it should have just been gold, but I'm okay with that. Nothing about that offends me.
Guarantee in a year we're going to see NXT Japan division.
Oh, God, you think? I guess we have the UK. I thought we would go to Mexico first.
No, I mean... that's a good point.
That's just what I thought. I thought we'd go to Mexico before we hop into Japan, but who knows?
They bring back the territories, plain and simple.
They need
they were
it.
smart to go. They were smart to go to the UK first. The timing was brilliant for them.
Well, the problem is who are they fighting? They're honestly fighting themselves. Is that? I mean, are they just looking to crush? They're like, oh shit, territories popped up in Europe. We need to go crush them too. Hold on, I'll be back.
Yeah. I don't know. That's a toughie. That's a tough one.
I guarantee you that's exactly what it was. Because look at it, like the guys like Pete Dunne and all these guys who are now a part of the UK scene. They can't go work for like There's like certain people they can't go work for.
No, I know they can't work for anybody that has iPay-per-view and all that crap, which blows. But I mean,
so
honestly,
WCPW, any of the brands that are worth a damn over in the UK, basically.
Well, here's the thing. What I would do is if they were smart, or whoever gets signed up for this, obviously there's going to be some sort of contingency in terms of like if they're signed to the company, kind of like the Cruiserweight Classic.
Right.
Honestly, I would go the route of like Zack Sabre Jr. and Kota Ibushi. Go to the inauguration of this division, but don't sign.
Just
use the momentum.
Use the momentum.
Right. So
all right, 406. We're going to give you one. Oh, nope, he hung up. Never mind. I was going to say, we're going to give him one more shot, and he just hung up. We're trying. Oh, here he is again. All right, let's try one more time. 406. 406. What can we do for you, sir? 406.
Hello.
Hello? I know you can hear me. Maybe I can't hear him for some strange, odd reason. Let me make sure my settings are correct. You can't hear him either, right?
Nope.
One of us should be able to hear him. Yeah, no, my settings are right. Yeah, hon.
Jamie ignore it, or did I catch him in time?
Oh, no, you caught him in time. You're good. Nope, he hung up. So that was my son actually hanging up on him. Sorry, dude, because I have Skype on my phone, too. But he's not answering. He's not, like, I don't know. He's called in now 4 times, and I've got nothing back from him, and neither has Connor, so.
Bummer.
Strange. Sorry, man. I don't know what's going on. Like, maybe check your settings, make sure that your audio is in the right spots and all that jazz. I mean, you're calling from a cell phone, so it should be. All right, let's try this one more time. He's still trying to call. I hit add to call, and 406, you're on. I hear him in the background. I can hear, like, the wind passing across. Yeah, I'll sign out of Skype, but I can hear the wind passing. But I can't hear him. So hold on, we're gonna sign out of Skype on my phone. Do I have Skype? I must have Skype on my phone. Skype. So let's go here and let's sign out. Sign out. So, all right, there we go. Signed out. Hopefully that maybe fixes issues, or it shouldn't really be causing an issue. We didn't have any problems with it last week, and we took a couple calls, so. Weird stuff and things. But what else we got this week? I'm sorry. I'm all like, what's going on? Braun Strowman, Emma, injured.
Yep.
How about them apples? Emma just comes back. She injures again. Is she gonna get tramp stamped with the injury prone logo?
I don't know if what's going on, because apparently, like, she had the injury, and she was under the impression that she had to go see doctors, and like, it was supposed to be like, oh, you'll be out for like X amount of time, and then she posted this like cryptic Instagram post where it's like, things will get better, things get worse before they get better, kind of that like vibe. And I don't know, she's been very quiet. So
someday everything will make sense. All right, let's try this one more time. You got one more shot, 406. I'm gonna assume it was my fault. I'm hoping it was my fault, but 406. Are you there, sir? I got nothing coming out of your phone. Nothing. Not a thing. And everything's set up correctly. So you can you hear the background coming from him? I can. Oh, shit. God damn it. Now I just hung up on Connor. Yay! So here's what we're going to do on that note.
You hung up on me?
I hung up on you, sir.
Fucking A.
Don't make fun of me, but let's just chill it, I guess, on the call-ins. I don't know what's going on. I can't hear you. Connor can't hear you. Nobody can hear you.
Chat and super chat's the best way to do it.
Yeah, chat, super chat. Best way, I guess, to get a hold of us. I like taking your call-ins. I like hearing from you guys, but I honestly don't know what's going on. Yeah, who's 406? I don't know.
Weird. Teddy Hart said in the comments our thoughts on Billy Corgan buying the NWA.
I love it.
It's definitely got the world a buzz, and much like we just mentioned with New Japan, if done right, see some interesting stuff happen.
All right, so it is Andrew. So I'm just letting Andrew. We can't hear you.
Sorry, Andrew. But oh, there we go. Try again.
I'm gonna give him another shot. Like, he's here, but okay. So he's in here, and I can hear wind blowing in your background. What's going on, Andrew? What can we do for you, sir? Oh, I heard somebody cough and buzzing. And yeah, Andrew, we can't hear you, brother. So why don't you put it in through the chat and the super chat? Let's go from there, because something's up. Either you don't, I don't know.
Bummer.
But anyway, someday everything will make sense. All right. Well, everyone wants to call in now. 346 is now calling in. He is getting connected, and he's connected. 346, what's up, dude? Is there a problem on my end? Is that the deal? Because I can't hear 346 either.
Uh-oh.
SpaghettiOs. Skype's gonna have some splaining to do. Let's go into here real quick. I'm making sure that I have all my settings set up. Man, he hung up too. Let's see. Everything says that's correct though. So
Yeah, Skype's never been wrong.
yeah, Skype's never fucked up before, right?
No.
Calls. Well, anyone to call me. C, since everyone obviously did. I'm just checking the general options, but let's just stick, I guess, to the chat tonight.
Man.
And we'll go from there because Skype's never fucked up before, right?
No.
But let's put this in here. Let's stick to the chat tonight. I don't know what's going on with Skype. It could be like I got to restart it and it's not all updated. Who the fuck knows? But again, like you said, done right. Yes, I think the NWA can get something rolling again. Do people remember what the NWA is?
National Wrestling Alliance.
I know you remember. That's
Well,
not
the thing is,
that's not even fair.
the thing is, the NWA was under a lot of transformation. Like before, it was just like a guy like trying to like, I guess the previous owner was just trying to like subsidize and try to basically whore out the name more or less. Like have these like promotions like join a club and they get to call themselves a division of the NWA, which
So like the original NWA did, kind of.
Yeah, but this was worse because otherwise it was just a company just like patting their back, like we're part of the NWA. But the big thing to me that really stood out more than the fact that he bought the company or has like majority ownership or stock or whatever, is he's got the rights to the title. That's the big one. He owns the NWA World Heavyweight Championship.
Right, and the name and everything that goes along with it.
Right, that's kind of a bigger deal in my opinion. I mean, you get what you got if you get the NWA championship, you get the US title, you get the tag team titles, and I mean we got Jesus Christ, I mean how many NWA championships have there been? There's been a lot.
Yeah.
You resurrect a good 5 of those, there's your championships, and then you just a matter of getting talent. And again, like New Japan, learning how to market it to a American audience.
Well, I think the biggest problem, if you'll allow me, is the talent. That's going to be half the problem, right? Am I wrong on that one?
Well, again, I don't know what his plans are, and that's
because the whole thing is like, okay, well, I'm WWE. I'm going to come in with just some more cash. I mean, it's failed in certain cases, but more time than not, guy's got a family. He's got to feed his family. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
WWE threw an extra zero on.
Well, it depends on how he markets it. I think if he markets NWA as similar to Ring of Honor, he'll be okay. I think if he goes in with the understanding of I'm not going to compete with WWE, I'm going to be another independent platform, then I think he has a chance. If he does what I think would be smart, this is just me, is a weekly show on the internet or some other platform, Netflix, whatever have you, for once a week, and then you have like these, and you do a lot of live shows. I think live shows and like touring would be huge. Would be huge. I think that's the way to attack it. At least that's what I would do anyway.
I'm looking at the chat real quick. Ricky Harris. Just gonna go ahead and throw this out there. I'm pretty sure Roman Reigns doesn't have a son. I know he has a daughter, but I've never seen or heard of his son.
Ooh,
Yeah, so it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough to prove to me that you're Roman Reigns' son, considering the fact.
Proof on that.
Yeah, I would like to see some proof. I like how Luke puts in the chat. Tell him to get a fucking character. Can you go tell your dad to stop fucking sucking up the room?
Hey, could you just tell your dad to cut the shit?
Yeah. Just either be a badass or a good guy. I don't care which way he goes. Just pick one.
Can you
Pick a
stop
lane.
braiding his hair? Can you pick a lane?
Pick a fucking lane.
Can you stop doing that weird thing that he does with his fist before he like it looks kind of weird and like almost perverted?
I was watching. Do you? I don't know if you watch Culture, but I keep tabs on him, being a wrestling channel as well.
I try to watch as much. It's hard because I feel like the market's so saturated, but I try to watch as many wrestling YouTubers as possible.
Mm-hmm.
It also helps. I mean, I've interacted with some of them in the past. Nothing.
I go more the podcast route.
Right.
I don't know about you, but I like to go more the podcast route. I feel like shut up commercial that I don't care about. I feel like the wrestling podcast community is more open and less guarded than the YouTube community. That's just me.
No, I mean, I totally get that, and that's why I'm kind of putting my eggs in multiple baskets right now.
Yeah, you and me both, man.
Right? Yeah, we're just basically doing the same thing. I'm on YouTube, VidMe, and iTunes, Stitcher, all that stuff. Just because not just because of the YouTube situation, but also because to get more exposure, get your name out there, and just hit different fields.
Right. I exactly hear you. That's kind of what I'm looking to do. And if I have hope, like I said, I have hopes for YouTube being like not a douchebag here in the future. But if that hope like turns into I was a dumbass, you gotta alternate avenue. Right. So.
But yeah, I do. I've interacted with the Woke Culture guys a couple of times, Blumpier and now Plumpy.
Plumpy.
Yep, Adam and Jack the Jobber. The one person I never met is King Ross, and I was bullshit because when I went to Dallas, I met the guys at WrestleCon, and my favorite of them all is King Ross, and I always wanted to meet him, and he wasn't there. I'm like, fucking A.
I'm gonna say I've had some interactions with them too. Not Jack, but Plumpy, or is it Plumpy? It's Plumpy, right?
Yeah, Plumpy.
Plumpy, and the other Adam, Pachiti.
Yeah,
Pachiti's a nice
guy.
guy.
They're all awesome guys. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've interviewed Brian Zane at one point. Basically, anyone who was on the Internet Darlings panel in some way, shape, or form, I've interacted with, except for Steven Larson.
Nice.
Yep.
But anyway, Braun Strowman also injured. It looks like his is a little more legit. We're talking 5 to 7 weeks, from what I hear. Yeah.
Sorry, I had to do that.
No, that's a tough injury. You lost Jericho, which you really didn't have a choice in. But then you lost Strowman, and it's almost like in hindsight, it's like, shit, this didn't need to go down the way it did. Well, or am I wrong on that one?
What, like Strowman's injury?
Right.
I mean, that's a shitty part is that, it was from like a table spot at a house show. That was the shittiest part.
Well, but then they put him on Monday Night Raw the following Monday.
Well, they figured they can kind of utilize him, but so here's the latest from what I've heard about Strowman's injury. He had the surgery.
Oh, he had it already.
Yes.
Oh, I was still under the assumption that they were in the preliminary phases of planning.
Nope. He's has the surgery. He is officially off shows, so we will not see him next week on. We will not see him on Raw in 2 days.
For 5 to 7 weeks, basically.
Right. They basically have to see how how he heals. And see now Ricky Harrison saying Braun Strowman's his cousin. That's quite a family tree there.
Yeah. I didn't know that Braun Strowman was a part of the Illinois family.
I mean the Beards.
It's the Beards, yeah.
It is the Beards.
Oh, that's got to make for a weird family rivalry. See, I told you they should have done it at fucking what's his name? Who just passed? Rosie's funeral. They could have totally done a spot there.
God. Oh no.
Just have Roman grieving over Rosie, and then hear, I'm not finished with you.
I think it's so bad.
I think
any funerals in wrestling have just been horrible.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've never. No. What the fuck was I talking? Oh, so he's had the surgery, and they're basically waiting to see how he heals. The idea is that they still want Strowman in the main picture, So the question is whether or not he would be healed in time for Great Balls of Fire. I still can't believe that's a thing.
If it has any other theme song but Jerry Lee Lewis's Great Balls of Fire, that's bullshit. Just saying it.
Just have pianos being played at the fucking.
I mean, what theme song do you put on?
Dun, 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 dun.
I mean you can't call a pay-per-view Great Balls of Fire not at some time here. Goodness gracious, Great Balls of Fire.
I legitimately want to know what the conversation went like in Vince's office. Hey Vince, we got a great new name for a July pay-per-view. It's going to be called Great Balls of Fire, and I just want to see him say sounds great. And I want to see the straight face that he has. I If this is not proof that senility has seeped into the WWE in some way, shape, or form.
Well, I find it hilarious because of just like what was he doing? Where they're like, yeah, like you said, like they come in and like we got this great name for a pay-per-view. Like he had something else had to be happening where he was completely distracted, or like you said, senility set in.
Or even worse, I want to hear the names that were turned down.
Yeah.
That's more
shake,
important,
rattle, and roll. That just doesn't do it for
yeah.
him.
Okay, let's see. We got Great American Bash. Nope. We've got Honky Tonky Love. Nope. Let's see.
You have
Shout. Nope.
all the other ones that you could use too. All the other pay-per-views that aren't used. King of the Ring.
They're never going to bring back King of the Ring.
I know,
never.
but
Vince has never been a fan of tournaments.
I'm just saying. Well, I know that, but I'm just saying, like King of the Ring, fine. It doesn't have to be a tournament, but we can find out who's going to be the king: Braun Strowman or Brock Lesnar.
Fully loaded. I'll even. You know what? Fuck it.
Fully loaded in your house.
I'll take over the fucking limit, and I never liked that pay-per-view name.
Yeah.
I will take that.
There's so many other names you could choose, but you chose Great Balls of Fire.
Balls of Fire, and no Kane. That's the worst part. But anyway, so. Supposedly they're waiting to see how he heals. There's a potential that we might still see Strowman versus Lesnar at Great Balls of Fire. If not, they're going to push it to SummerSlam.
SummerSlam. Yep, that's what I heard too.
Yeah, which I will be at SummerSlam this year.
Oh, you lucky bastard! I'm going to Backlash. I guess. Not that I'm not excited to go to Backlash.
Just looks like a good card.
Yeah, it is looking like a good card. Not that I'm not really, really super duper excited to go to Backlash, because I am. I'm really excited. Go down to Chicago, hang out with Kevin, be able to watch
I'm waiting to see when the tickets for Takeover Brooklyn, and I'm gonna try to go to that.
Yeah, well, just wait till the day before, and they're like free or something like that, aren't they? Because I was talking with Draper when he was on the show, and he said that like coming up like literally like hours before the show, which I know is a little tough for you, but would be a little tough for me, but hours before the show, like tickets with like all the fees and everything were legitimately going for like $15 to go see, and that was Back to Brooklyn too. That was Back to Brooklyn too. So literally $15. He's like a couple hours before the show. StubHub, $15.
Well, I mean, we'll see. We'll see. We'll see how things go. But I'll be doing some vlogging and stuff like that too for the weekend. So it'll be fun.
And wonderful.
And I might be going to SmackDown this Tuesday.
Oh, this Tuesday? They're gonna be in your area, I'm guessing.
Yeah, they're actually. It's funny. So usually when they come up my way, they go to Boston, which I was at the last SmackDown in Boston. I was fucking sick as a dog. And they're actually coming to New Hampshire.
You're such a dad, but I paid for these tickets, damn it, I'm going.
No, I actually skipped out on 205 Live because I felt like death.
Yeah, you didn't miss much.
And it's 205 Live. So, but in New Hampshire, because I'm more north of Boston, I'm closer to the New Hampshire border, and they haven't done TV in New Hampshire in years. They usually do live shows. And so I've reached out to my contacts who I know, and I said, hey, any chance for me to get comp tickets? And like, we'll look into it. So I'm waiting to hear back.
Oh, nice. Comp tickets are always nice.
Oh,
I've never gotten me no comp tickets, but hey, well, here's to hoping.
It's all about networking, my friend.
Oh, I hear you. Well, they don't come to, like I said, they don't come to Milwaukee too often.
Right.
They come here every now and again. It's very
You're
rare.
a B city, aren't you?
We might be an Elemental P city, but somehow we got a pay-per-view. Explain that one to me.
Well, desperation for the market.
Well,
I'm not knocking Milwaukee for that. I'm just saying, like, we need to have a pay-per-view somewhere.
yeah, everyone else is booked. Call that Bradley Center. See what they're doing.
Fuck.
Well, see, and like I've said it on many other occasions. We have a new arena going up.
Right.
And if there's one thing Vince likes better than big sweaty men, it's brand new.
smell a new arena, pal.
It's brand new, giant, state of the art, $50 million arenas.
When's it? Is it done or is it?
No, it's almost done. It should be done by this time next. Well, their game plan, as of right now, is to have the Bucks in there by the start of next year's NBA season. If that happens, I don't know.
Think 35?
What's that?
Think 35?
35 what?
WrestleMania 35.
Oh, God, no. No.
36?
We're not getting a WrestleMania.
What do you mean? We never know.
We're literally minutes away. I shouldn't say minutes. We're like an hour away from Chicago. They're going to put it in Chicago before they put it in Milwaukee.
Luke, I am not a Patriots fan, actually. I support my local New England teams, but I am not a follower of major sports. I watch baseball seldomly. Tom Brady is considered a god over here. I am not shitting you on that.
I'm sure Tom Brady could pull on Aaron Hernandez and get away with it.
Oh, God.
As bad as that sounds, somehow, some way, I think he'd get off.
Aaron's not bad. He's just hanging around.
He's just hanging around. Not anymore.
I mean, yeah. No.
They cut him down.
Fucking A. Jesus.
Get used to it, pal.
Yeah, get used to it, pal. But yeah, no, I don't really watch any other sports. Usually it's just wrestling, and honestly, wrestling is like I don't watch anything on like leisurely. I'll watch wrestling. Like it's bad. Like I'll watch old wrestling, current stuff, documentaries, anything. I just absorb that shit like a sponge. So,
are you gonna be watching the new Vince movie?
I heard it might be on the shelf now.
Well, it most likely is. But did you listen to all the ideas that they had for this movie? Like
No.
Linda McMahon's a stripper. Yeah, it was so bad. Like I forgot what they all were. Like Linda McMahon was a stripper.
Oh my
Somebody was a drug dealer.
You know who should play Vince is The Rock.
Oh my God. It was horrible. I'll have to find the original idea. Like Macho Man and Elizabeth, I think, were a pimp and a prostitute. If I'm right on that. Yeah, it was like not even close. It's like, really? There's been plenty of documentaries made about this. You couldn't just pick one of those and watch it?
No, that'd be too easy.
No, and I'm like, Linda's a fucking stripper? Really? Oh, by the way, she's now a part of your presidential cabinet. But yeah, she's a stripper. Because that's happened before.
Maybe that's... I'd like to see her cabinet.
Yeah. Not now. Not anymore.
I mean, honestly, they did a WWE documentary on Vince up until like I think 2006. I would love to see an actual like, I mean, they probably do one once after Vince passes, which is really sad, but to learn more about his actual backstory and his history in terms of like the 80s and stuff. I would legit be interested in that, not as a movie, but as an actual documentary.
Yeah. Well, this was supposed to be like a movie.
Right.
But it was, like supposed to be like
there's a car chase with Hogan.
Probably there probably was. What's that smell? I know you know what that's from. Most of the people in the chat probably don't.
What's that smell?
Dookie. Go watch it, kids.
God.
It's great. If you haven't seen it, it's worth a watch once, but you don't ever have to watch it again after that.
So good.
After you've seen it once, you're all done. Just walk away and be happy that you lived to tell the tale. And then recommend it to your friends because it is a trash movie. Even for 80s standards, it's so bad. So bad. But we got anything else?
The U.S. title.
I'm scrolling down the list here. I see something about John Cena taking on Roman Reigns, which, whatever.
Yeah, he just said in an interview that he was looking forward to eventually fighting Roman Reigns.
Push versus Barry versus Burial versus Burial.
Is it like it's kind of like a never-ending push burial?
Who do you root for in that situation?
Cena?
Is it one of those you have to root for Cena?
No.
Or could you just be like, piss break match?
No, I actually think it would probably want to be one of the better matches in the card, to be honest.
He would be.
See,
and you got to say, Roman's grown quite a bit since.
That's what I was gonna say. Like, you want to? I think more people are shitting on Roman's character and just the way he's coming across. His in-ring stuff's very consistent.
Yeah,
very. I mean, with the exception of the Undertaker match, that one I don't know what the fuck happened there.
I think Undertaker's age came out in that one.
It was hard to tell, to be honest. I couldn't tell what was going on.
Well, see, remember, the Undertaker speaks ancient Aramaic because he's 1,000,000 years old, and Roman Reigns speaks common English. So he
speaks in hieroglyphics.
There was a language barrier, and who knows? I couldn't tell you. Yes, Daniel, this is kayfabe, a.k.a. Connor.
So what's up?
Daniel's like, is that the kayfabe, dude? yes, it is.
Yes, it is.
So, but I guess we should shout a quick congratulations, Daniel Bryan and Brie Bella, on their new baby girl, I believe.
Yep,
Birdie Joe.
And it's funny. I was watching a video where they show like a video package of like Brie, pregnant the whole time.
Yeah,
and like different months. And I was laughing because Brian Danielson was pushing very hard to have the daughter be named Bertha.
What? I thought Birdie was his idea.
No, I don't think so. But I don't know. But he wanted Bertha.
Bertha. Interesting. Gee, and to think I'm fighting against the name I'm fighting against right now.
What?
Jesus Christ. Oh, I'm not gonna say. I haven't done the gender reveal yet, so.
Oh.
I have to do the gender reveal video. Yeah. I know, guys. I've been promising it for weeks, but I'll do the gender reveal video. I've just been busy. It's been one of those weeks where it's like, it's never ending.
When's it gonna be?
Well, it's got to be soon because the baby's gonna come up before I have the fucking video done. Probably. No, I still haven't done the gender reveal video.
It's not my fault.
It's not her fault. I haven't done it. I just haven't sat down, plugged my phone in, and got it all together.
Hold on, Daniel Price just said something. Two people on the show he had last year gave me flack over saying Reigns would still be main eventing after the wellness policy violation, and saying Wyatt would be champ within a year. I mean, no, I know it's not a jab at me. I'm glad you were right, and to be honest with you, especially the Wyatt one. I think. It's not a matter of him not main eventing. It was just hard to see that immediately after, the freaking the wellness policy violation. Hey, Tuck Hawk.
Yes, I was just gonna say I was gonna let you finish up there, but
you
thank you, Tuck Hawk, for the super chat. Young Bucks are stupid. Spot monkeys. Ian C. Real.
Edge and Christian.
Yeah, Edge and Christian and their podcast of awesomeness.
Yep, I have to listen to that. It's not got a chance to do that yet.
Yeah, I haven't gotten a chance to. I haven't really listened to much this week. I've been so busy. But will you watch? I will watch Crossface when it comes out. I'm always interested. So, always interested in seeing what little tidbits I didn't know, or that's if it's even legit. Obviously there'll be some fact checking going on. Why has everyone joined me in the room?
Because
why not?
It is 10:07, and you want me to start the fire. Yeah. Start a fire! Yes, they want to start a fire. So, you got anything else?
No, I'm good, man. I want to keep you from starting your fire.
Well, no, I think we went through all the news though.
Pretty much the big stuff.
I don't think anything of any real consequence would happen that we didn't talk about. There's Taz's opinions, but whatever. Who cares about that guy, right?
I like Taz. I like Taz.
I do like Taz too, but opinions are opinions. Opinions are like assholes. Everybody's got one. So
and they usually stink.
Yes. So Thanks to everybody in the chat for coming out tonight. Thanks to Patreon's Wrestling Soup, Javier, Tim, if you guys are out there, thanks for being loyal Patreons. Tuck, thank you for the donation. And Connor, as always, it's been a pleasure, man. We'll do it
Always
again.
my pleasure.
What do you say we do this again next week?
Why not?
Why not? All right.
Why not?
Guys, it has been a fantastic evening, and I will see you maybe tomorrow. Will I see him tomorrow? Yeah, I'll see you tomorrow. I'll see. Oh, Mother's Day. Ooh, yeah, okay. I think I have a video scheduled for tomorrow, so we'll see you guys pre-recorded tomorrow. Take it easy, guys.
All right. Peace.